Hello, I'm getting far too comfy on here. Yes, I'm in my PJs. I put a brown, don't worry. I'm not that Aries. That would be a bit, I don't think you'd be able to tell, but just to be polite, oh, well done. Who was that? Because I liked my own video and then somebody else jumped right on the bandwagon. I see you, I love you. Anybody else coming in or on when you're watching it on the replay? Oh, it was you, Bridget. Got my back. Love it. How are you doing? I thought this might have been a bit of an awkward time for you with the bedtime. By the way, Bridget, do you know what's really funny? By the way, I'm not even going to lie, right? I'm not long out the bath and I clipped my hair up and I just thought, I'm tired. And if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. And my whole thing, I want to keep the momentum up. So, yeah, I'm sure in my sleep last night, I was being told to just sort of say to people like yourselves, well, really you and anyone else that lets their kids watch. But yeah, just obviously. So actually, if my wee pals are there, yeah, just never mind the swearing. It's more when they're making me talk about sex quite a lot, and so, yeah. For obvious reasons, I think we need to keep the kids away from the videos, and especially those cards, because a lot of adults can't handle them. Never mind, it's anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, because it was like such a random thing, but it was like I was definitely being told that. So, I'll get my kids' channel on the go, and they can watch that one. You know what I mean? Right. Anyway, I am so tired as well. So, like I wrote in the thing, dark moon vibes, new moon, and expect unexpected. And Bridget, that is your good. No, it's just for, oh shit, oh no, there they are. For future stuff. Yeah, just because it is something that I keep being spoken to about by my guides. So, yeah, just saying, the vibe might be changing a little bit around here at some point. What was one of the important things I wanted to say? Yeah, it's a dark moon, right? So dark moon's a balsamic moon, and it's the period of time right before the new moon. So obviously, most of you that watch me regularly know that the new moon is a time to set intentions, or make a wish. And actually, Aquarius, this new moon is about making a wish. If you'd saw my wee shorts thing for was that for today or was it? I can't remember because I filmed them in advance. And by the way, anybody that actually watches my shorts as well, I don't know about anyone else, but it's really helpful for not only hopefully my audience, but soul family, but you know what I mean? But it's really helpful for me too, because I actually channeled those little minute messages all like last Sunday, because you can see them. Wait a minute, was it Sunday? Wait a minute, it can't have been Sunday. If I went to my friend, it must have been, no, it was Saturday. Wait a minute, I'm really confused. Well, whenever I channeled them in advance, I think it must. I'm actually really, I can't remember. But anyway, my point is because I channel them all in one sitting. Like I haven't done Thursday onwards, but it was really helpful because the messages for Saturday and yesterday, because this feels like a Sunday, Saturday and Sunday were really fucking spot on, basically, is what I want to say. There's Mercury retrograde and Capricorn. Mercury retrograde goes direct, well, it ends on Friday. So the communication this week, like, just prepare yourselves, like, again, I'm not one of these people that like to dramatize Mercury retrograde, but because it's been in Aquarius and now it's in Capricorn, it has been pretty rough at certain points and pretty, like, you don't know what ways something's going to go. Like, so for instance, I won't go into all major sort of details, but with me, it was like I had a bit of a feeling about something. And I was actually quite off with, and listen, my ego can admit that. That's what I mean. Listen, most days when I channel stuff for other people, people are like spot on, spot on, spot on. With myself, I'm usually spot on for myself too, but in this case, I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right either. Do you mean? It was like the way that I felt it was going to go didn't go that way, and then it went a bit more unexpected, but just kind of having a not so good feeling about something was spot on. Do you know what I mean? And kind of trusting your intuition. Yeah, that, without sort of going into all the ins and outs and details, I can sort of say that much. So what I'm saying is that's because it doesn't matter how psychic you are, it doesn't matter how amazing you are at tuning into energies or astrology or anything like that. Aquarius is like, you don't know what's coming. So that means everybody doesn't know what's coming. It's funny because I'm sure today I listened to something, and that's what the person was saying, was that, like, like God likes to surprise you or whatever, or source, universe, creator, spirit, whatever. And yeah, so I just feel there's a lot of that around for the people that resonate with my messages. Is, you might think you know what way it's going to go, and then it goes a completely different way. And sometimes that can be like in an amazing way, and sometimes it can be not so amazing, so it's kind of like be prepared, but again, oh shit, I've wrote, oh no, it is right, yeah, expect the unexpected. That means something though, because I keep like going to spell check to see if I've done it right, so it's like somebody checking overthinking, over checking. Yeah, expect unexpected basically nails Aquarius energy. So definitely right about now, because we're in the moon in Aquarius already, and the new moon is tomorrow. There is that kind of erratic, like, what's coming next? Is it going to be a good surprise? Is it going to be a bad surprise? Is it going to be a fucking brilliant surprise? Like, that energy is in the air. So my input to that, or spirit's input for me, would be just protect your peace as much as possible. That's what I've been doing for myself. That's what I've been recommending to my friends. That's what I've been recommending to my clients. Usually a lot of my soul sister clients are my friends nowadays, but my actual friends that are nothing to do my work too, the ones that are open to listen to this, which are mostly all of my friends, and actually the ones that aren't into this, I always say it's like they're the ones that ground me, because they at least respect my work. But basically, yeah, there's a lot of that kind of irritable energy in there as well. So, just be really, really protective of your own peace. That is what spirit keeps saying to me, and that is what I feel I need to say to all of you, because you're all beautiful people and probably would, give your time to listen to someone that's not feeling good. And I suppose what I would say is, like, absolutely, if you've got that strong desire and feeling that you need to help somebody, because Aquarius is about the community. It's about helping people. That's why I'm sitting here now, my jammies, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I'm not going to be here for 3 hours, so I'm going to come off and I'm just going to chill out and oh yes, Celebs Go Dating's on. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I want to be off this and in my bed watching Celebs Go Dating. That's my plan. That's my self-care plan. So as long as I'm off here in an hour, all good. Unless I'm having loads of fun. Which I usually am having loads of fun. But you know what I mean? Just because my energy is a bit lower, but I've chilled all day, and it's it's my day off. That's why it's feeling like a Sunday to me. But yeah, that can be easier said than done, because there's a lot of people struggling right now. There's a lot of people going through their spiritual awakening. There's a lot of people going through their dark night of soul. There's a lot of people all over the place, because Mercury retrograde does that to us all anyway. So just be careful how much of other people's stuff you choose to take on. And know that it's okay to be like, like, just no, basically. Or it's okay, like I say, like I said to like I had to say to my group about we're doing the workshop, but I just said, like, look girls, we'll be doing that, but I'll check my messages tomorrow. And again, people that love you understand, and again, but it's about, you don't need to over explain yourself either. But yeah, I just really feel spirit stressing that. What was the other thing? Yeah, the other kind of random thing, but it's definitely going to resonate, is my lower back is really hurting, and I feel that this is actually me tuning in to the collective divine masculine energy, actually, like the people. So this could be men or women, that it's like, you know, the Kundalini energy is like awakening or arising. So if any of you are experiencing like real lower back pain at the bottom of your back, and you're not quite sure what that's all about, I mean, just know that is what I'm being told it is. Because I was like, why the hell is my back that sore? Because like my walk was like non-existent. It was like the shortest walk ever because I was with my mum and the tide was in, and I hate it when the tide's in. And because it's like, you know, you can't walk very far. And then this guy stopped to ask loads of questions, like a survey thing. My mum's that nice. I was like, oh, fucking hell, do you know what I mean? I probably would answer. I probably would have said yeah too, like if I wasn't with her. But anyway, I hardly walk, so it's not as if I've went a big long walk. And yeah, I've had a really chilled weekend. So I know it's nothing, you know, it's not practically like it isn't my back hurting. Like I'm picking up on the collective, and I just various different synchronicities. And then I was just asking, is that mine? And so I really do feel there's a lot of physical changes going on for the collective. And the collective just means, you know, majority of people that are tuning in to my message. It's not going to be everybody that resonates, but you guys, right? So I know lots of people know that, but I know other people don't. I'm going to have to read what people have said. But yeah, it is just, so I'm actually asking now, I'm going to put my own hands on my own lower back and be like, please just fucking take that away now that I've told them, because it's quite sore. It reminds me of like I went through my spontaneous Kundalini awakening in 2000, like August 2016. I'll never forget, because me and my pal were out for that was when I still drank, and me and my pal were out for a drink. And it was one of my best pals that, you know, I don't see her all the time. I maybe see her like every sort of 6 weeks or so. We don't time it, you know, it always sort of ends up being that. I'm just gonna, sorry, I really just need to oh, actually, yeah. So when I'm healing myself here, I'm sending it. Oh, is it you, Shakira? We found the culprit. It won't just be you though, but I'm right. So right now I'm taking this away from me, but I'm going to keep my hands on my lower back as I talk, and I'm going to send that. You already, are you kidding me? See, Shakira's saying for the replay, damn, I feel the heat. So notice I hasn't even said out loud yet that this is for other people. I was just sending that to myself. And that's how connected we are. So, you know, those of you that are really like part of my soul family, you'll know, because you will be like that before I even say I'm sending you that. Like, so that's crazy, because it won't just be you. Let us know on the replay if it's not a replay. I hate saying that, but it's not. It's why do I keep saying hate? I hate the word hate. On the recorded one, you know what I'm saying. Yes, above my butt. Yeah, that's where I'm like, I'm actually like having to, you know, like I'm digging my fingertips into my, need a fucking massage. I'm actually going to need to book a massage, because this is like, I mean, this is a weird thing that's happening right now. This is a shamanic thing, but it's yeah, you've just reminded me of that. Anyway, so but that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Oh well, you felt my toothache. I'm feeling your backache. Keeping it in the fam. Hilarious. Now you took your hat. Well, is the pain away? Right. So for anyone else that's watching this live or on replay, because you're going through major changes in your physical environment. So this could mean changes around your home. It could be like moving homes. It could be just disruption in the homes, tower moments. Your money could be not so great, or just sorting out money. Just all things to do with the root chakras. The root chakra is about safety, security as well. And you see, when I was mentioning about expect unexpected, that can make people not feel safe because they don't know what's happening next. So and then they just pulled my eyes down to healing begins. She's pulling back the curtains, pulling back the veil. 6th of February could be significant there too. There's a 6 on the card. Right, so right, let me now read. Yes, I got my back pushed into the chair to ease the pain. Good luck. Well, by the way, did you have this last night too? Because I had a hot water bottle on my back. I've just realised that. Yesterday I was in my bed all day and I had a hot water bottle on my back. Is it just Shakira, or am I picking up? I feel I'm picking up on a few other people, but Anyway, right. So sorry to hear that. Right. Hopefully it goes away now. It's sort of easing off for me. Right. Hide into my bed, quite right. Yes, I think I need to sort my wee pal's access to his computer. Yes, because in case he watches me on the sly. Hey, just getting the kids ready for bed and listen. Hello, Charlotte. Charlotte, hilarious. I was just saying about children there. Monday was spot on too. I can't even remember what I said. They were all spot on for me as well. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they're not every day, but most of the time they're helpful for me too. It's like, because obviously they're not always going to be mine every day. Because some of them are like, your person's coming today. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like why I say I've got a lot of problem with other people that do this, because it's like then people get confused and they're like, yeah, but they didn't. It's like, yeah, but it's different people's different. This stuff does happen, because I get people contacting me being like, oh my God, like this has happened and that's happened. But most of the ones generally, like when I'm tapping in, they feel like it is. And unfortunately, when it was saying about fucking conflict and hostilities and all that pish, I was like, yep, that's Mercury retrograde. Desperate to get to bed, couldn't sleep for ages. Charlotte, that's how I feel. That's how I'm in my jammies. I mean, I know I'm in my jammies quite a lot, but I wouldn't usually be jammies, no makeup, and done absolutely nothing with I've just chucked my hair up when I was in the bath. I don't really care. It's an Aries thing, it's like whatever. Unconditional love. Charlotte, you've done Claire's latest journey. It's helped me sleep, as I've been feeling the energy and not sleeping till I did that. Oh, yes. I think Charlotte was there. Oh, no. No, I don't know if Charlotte done that. I think she came on the one that I'd done after for hours, though. And by the way, I won't say who, but I saw somebody saying, oh God, I can't even, yeah. I saw somebody saying something to me today. I could only see a little bit of what the person's wrote. And that's amazing. So thank you. I mean, anyway, I may as well have just messaged you. I said, that's hilarious, but you just reminded me. I'll read that properly tomorrow when I'm not so sleepy. Oh, damn, I got the pain in the back. All right, yeah, exactly. I got the pain in the back exactly where you just said it. I'll read that out for replay so it doesn't confuse people. So just know that if you're a regular tuner inner, I just made up a term, whether you talk on here or not, if you get headaches and pain and shit like that, unfortunately for me, I'm going to pick up on your shit, okay? So, but it's a bonus for you. It was annoying yesterday, not so much pain. Yeah, that's exactly how it was for me. It was annoying. It was a bit sore too, but it was annoying. I was like, what the hell? Am I getting my period again? Like, what the hell? I just done it. Right, anyway, so moving on now, right? Now that the weirdness has subsided, well, it's not, because it's me and I'm pretty weird and wonderful. We all are in our own unique way. Oh my God, I'm already channeling the Aquarius energy, because that is Aquarius. It's about owning it, owning your uniqueness, owning how weird and wonderful you are. Because at the end of the day, what is normal? What's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. And yes, I took that from the Addams family. I believe it was like, it's the mum that says it or something, or Wednesday or something. But I say it all the time because it's true. Like, there is no normal. Like, your normal is not normal to someone else. Like, my normal is like if you saw my wee shorts earlier, like, can somebody just put me out of my misery and tell me why I keep hearing that starlight? You know what I mean? That one. I don't like it. Like, I remember it from when I was a teenager, and I don't think I really liked the song. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm just the messenger. That song, that actual song has meaning for someone. Like, it's you like the song, or it's a memory, or it's someone in the spirit world giving the song to you, or it's the term starlight. But this song just keeps coming to me. Like, it's like I hear it like when I'm on the beach, and then whenever I've got the music channel on, which isn't every day. I mean, music is a strong part of my mediumship, and films, because I'm always chatting about films and programs and stuff, anything, right? But music and video and stuff like that. But it's like, I know it's somebody trying to get a message to me, it feels like, because it just won't go away. And like you said, that's sort of, you know, to me, I just keep thinking like the star card or something, like, you know, like not giving up hope or something, or like hope and healing's on the horizon, because but anyway, that's about it. Like, so I do feel it's going to be that. It must, I don't know. And I'm not meant to know because it's not for me. Right. So stay balanced in your essence, Panda. Now, I love, obviously, I'm very connected to the color blue, electric blue, and this blue rose is really calling to me. But it's interesting because I'm sure this is the card. It might not be for today, but I think I did pull this for today. And then I actually shuffled, but even if it's not today, all these wee shorts kind of, it's timeless, and it, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be on the exact day, but you'll see it's on one of them. And basically, so the fact that this has come out again right before I press live, and then also it was when I was shuffling these cards when I was tidying up. It's quite tidy in here. Well, I still need to put them away, but it's tidy. It says stay balanced in your essence. So there's a need here to keep the balance. So that feels like it's picking up on what I was talking about you can be a friend to people, because Aquarius is actually the sign of friendship. It's the house of friendship, you know, and it's about community. But keep it in balance, because if you are at a point in your life where you've actually moved through a lot of darkness, and you're perhaps like me, using me as example, like I help people through darkness. It's arguable pretty much every day of my work, and you know, I do get my weekends off and my Mondays, and you know, but it's heavy going. So when I've got a day off, you know, I like to have it as a day off. So I do have to be careful about that, you know, about not, because I soak up everybody's pain, no matter whether I'm working or not. That means anyone in my life, I soak up pain, and I can feel people's pain. I can feel their emotional, mental, spiritual, physical pain, as Spirit have just exemplified when I've come on here. So I have to protect my energy. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean like I can't see anyone ever, but what it means is, for me, when I'm invited to, which isn't a lot, to be honest, because I'm a bit of a loner, but no, I'm joking. Like, you know, when I see friends, I like to see people one-on-one. Like, I've always been like that. Like, I've got different friendship groups, but I just prefer seeing people one-on-one, or maybe like me and two other people. But basically, it's like I really have to tune in whether I want to or not, just with where my energy's at, because specifically around about now, because if you watch all those shorts, there's a lot of drama coming into twin flame. We're twin flames, right? Okay, we're all twin flames. If you're not, you're welcome here. But people tune in to me all the time. You're twin flames. You know that. If you're new, I might be enlightening you to that. But, you know, again, you're the decider of that with your heart. But the point is there's a lot of good stuff coming your way. There's like money coming your way. There's love coming your way. There's success coming your way. Maybe it's all coming at the same time, but there's good changes happening in your life, and it'll be different for different people. For some people, if it's not love, like what I pulled on the picker cards, it's just you're gaining a really healthy balance of your own feminine and masculine energy, right? Taking action and allowing and slowing down and not feeling guilty about that. Shakira, there's one of those people. But basically, please, but basically, because I'm learning to not be so controlling by me having to deal with it. Actually, wait a minute, Bridget. Bridget, do you want to be a spanner person? I'll add spanner persons as I feel the need, by the way. Spanner person is a moderator. I think it's a bit dramatic if I have like 10 when I've only got 241 subscribers. We gained another one. Loving it. Let's get to 250. I mean, when could we get to 250? Hey, I gained 18 in like, was it a week or 10 days or something? So we could do it again. I'm not very, what's the word? I'm not very ambitious like that. I'm just quite chilled. I think I need to set a goal. Like, we do want to get to 1,000 just so I can actually live stream on my phone. I like doing this. But then we can have the community bit. Like, we can post shit. I'm excited. But yeah, if it's not love coming into your life anytime soon, and you'll be able to gauge where you're at with that, then it's getting a healthy balance within yourself, ready for when that happens. Right, hang on. Oh, Charlotte, that's what I've been doing. I'm sending you love if you want it, and energy. Like, we're sending a rocket up your, well, not literally, but we're sending a rocket of energy to you to, God, that really doesn't sound right. To hang the washing up. I've hung all my washing up. I've done my dishes. I've not emptied the dishwasher. I can't be arsed doing that till tomorrow. But no, I feel good. I've hoovered. You know what I mean? That's a big deal when I've hoovered, because I don't hoover all the time. Right. Right, I made you one. It hasn't, I think it'll say it the next time you come up. Yeah, just because it actually, and again, it's like, you know, it's give me the spanner. It's so funny because I just started calling it like spanner person. I've never heard anyone else say that. It was because, like, sometimes when I sneak on to people's, I don't do it a lot, but when I sneak on to people's channels, and if I've been healing, people feel my healing energy, and I'm not this name, by the way. Somebody once made me a spanner person. I was like, oh my God, to what do I owe this honor? I was like, they made me a spanner person. It's like, I feel like I've been knighted. So there you go. You have joined the spanner gang. Right. So anyway, stay balanced and in your essence. Right. So keep your shit together. That's what that means. So see through illusion into truth. These were the ones that I pulled before I came on here. So what might seem confusing in your physical reality, and my God, as twin flames, you really will get, you'll get what I mean by that. What may seem not so good in your physical reality might be an illusion. You know, like, it's kind of like the whole sort of Facebook things, or like what you see on Facebook isn't always what is true in reality, or what you're seeing happen in your physical reality isn't kind of true in another sense. You know, it's like, yes. And well, a good example would be, see, when in sessions, when I hold space for someone to shamanic journey to sort something out. So say it is like, you know, because some of you have been messaging me saying how much that journey helped. It could be that, like, you know, that happens and it's like it's still, nothing looks like it's changed in your physical world. But what I would say is, it's because energetically you've got it out there, right? You've spoke your truth to somebody that you need to speak your truth to, whatever the issue is. And now it's about letting it go and trusting that you've done something about it. And just you watch as the weeks unfold, and usually there's something magical about exactly 3 weeks to the day. You'll find that things have shifted. For some people, they shift so undeniably miraculously. People will come back and be like, oh my God, like, what the hell was that? Some people, like I said, annoying for me, don't even connect that it was down to watching my video, which along the years has been annoying. But again, I just put out there, if it helped people, amazing. If people bother to let me know that it changed their life or helped them some way, I'm very grateful. If they don't make the connection, then we can't blame people. Do you know what I mean? But and then there's another group of people that will not even waste our breath on. But but anyway, so let's now shuffle a Kali card on that note. That's my shadow coming in. Right, so what Kali card do we need to go with that? Oh wow, she ain't playing. Life. Oh wow, shit, it's that one again. Yeah, so some heavy energy going on for people out there. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation grounds. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. Holy fucking shit, guys. Well, when I'm on here, when I'm channeling most of the time, but not all of the time, but when I'm channeling within a womb space dark moon, I'm bringing that Kali energy, because that's what my shadow brings. You know, it's not for the faint of heart. You know, like, look, she ain't fucking about. It's like cutting the cords from toxic situations. It's helping people see the truth, see through illusion into the truth of narcissistic, codependent, just unhealthy patterns or situations. It doesn't need to be with people. Sometimes it can be unhealthy patterns in your life that aren't serving you, like, being a people pleaser or not having boundaries with others, all that kind of stuff. But that is also the card that came up in the journey. So I think for some, they don't connect the dots yet. Absolutely. Lots don't, but some do. And it's right. So I think, wait a minute, unless they know your work and how fast it can work. Yes, right. So anyway, like I say, it doesn't matter because I get blessed in other ways. But when I do connect the dots, it's like people know I'm grateful. Right. So protection. You, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. So again, this is just really picking up on that journey. Sorry, my nose has gotten really itchy now. That you are safe, you are being looked after. Like, this situation is getting healing. And again, if you didn't do the journey, I'd strongly urge you to, because we've got positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. So already what I've chatted about before I came on, sorry, not like when I came on, and I'm going to use these cards because these ones normally, they've got some darker ones in it as well that might not, darker ones, honest, that that give some kind of indication. I might read from the book. So this won't be everyone's situation, but there'll be some people that will be strongly resonating with this. But just where we're at in the collective energy, and definitely if you're on the twin flame journey, it will resonate, because not everybody's stuck with people as karmic situations. It can be bad habits or addictions or anything like that. And that's what we're being guided to let go of so that it can move forward. And it's usually things that aren't easy because it involves change. But again, Aquarius is about bringing major change. Awakening and spiritual awakening, ascension stuff, and that's what I've always said. That's what I've always been here to help people with. When I started my business and I was pulling cards of the day, and me and Doreen were pulling cards at the same time, sometimes I would pull this is how I'm like, she's going to turn around again. I think that was something to do with astrology or something. But when she's channeled these decks, the ones I just used were hers. She done it in good faith, because a lot of the time when she done a card of the day, I would pull a card of the day, and I'd pulled mine before her and posted it and published it, and then she'd pull the same card. So that's why I was like, oh my god, whatever, I'm tuning into God, she's tuning into God, whoever it is, like, they're telling us the same thing. And it's kind of like, but I've always known I've been here to help people with the ascension process. Oh shit. So when I mentioned me being out with my friend that day and my back was sore, that was basically, that was my Kundalini energy rising up my back, and it lasted about 36 hours. I was in agony. And basically after that subsided, I was even more psychic than I already was. And it was, I was already pretty psychic, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And sometimes I can initiate, I can be the catalyst for that for a lot of people. So if you don't want that to happen to you, I'd go away now. I'm only joking. That's very rare, by the way. I've actually never met anyone else that has had that. I had to research it all. I had to ask my guides and spirit, and then I researched it, and it's, that's quite rare that it would happen all at once like that. But actually it was trauma. I think it was the trauma from my counselling course. But there was many things going on in my life. That was a really bad year. There was many things going on in my life that done that to me. But hey, I'm here to tell the tale, live it. Right. So, right. Sorry, I missed your comment. Thanks, I like my weird stuff too. Oh, what did you say? I think I missed that too. Your weird stuff is amazing, Bridget. Oh, yes. Everyone's weird stuff is amazing. Pissing myself. I did a post today about buy my weird. Oh, I missed that too. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Well, especially because you are Aquarius moon, that feels important. Right. So, right. What have we got here? What info do we need on top of what I've said? Anything? The world, except it's not 20. The world and patience, right? So This isn't the world's card as we know it. The world card's 21. Usually this is 29. But this might be, again, picking up on what I've said about specific things that might have happened to people on Saturday or over the weekend there. Or it could be talking about, it's not a leap year, is it? So there won't be. So 29th of March it must be, because there's not a 29th of February this year. So I'll have to really sort of think there. But me and my friends had a conversation about that the weekend. So yeah, there isn't. But yeah, what I'm feeling here is it's about you're needing to have patience with things coming about in your life. And again, that's because we're still, Venus is now direct. So that things to do with love, things to do with money, things to do with beauty of any kind, things that you value, anything that you value, people that you value, that could be running smoother from now on. But Mercury, the planet of communication, travel, electronic stuff, technology, all of that, like that is still retrograde until Friday. And actually, so really look out for Friday, because the day it goes retrograde and the day it goes direct can be pretty chaotic. So like if you plan a meeting or you plan a session or you plan a client session, I meant, guys, but whatever. Some people's diaries will be different. I don't know if you'd pen that in though. But yeah, basically, maybe Virgo placements out there might pen stuff like that in their diary. You might have to fit it in like that. I really don't know. But basically, it's that kind of thing of communications and electronics and all that. You'll see it all this week. It really could be just a bit chaotic, and just kind of, have patience with yourself, have patience with other people. I'm not going to lie, that could be very difficult. Like, it's all very well to say to have patience with yourself and to have patience with other people. But when a weird argument actually arises, and I'm saying weird, I love the word weird, right? But I'm meaning weird in this sense is, what the fuck was that all about? Like it's real miscommunication, like real not on the same page, not getting each other. That's why I've sort of been stressing that. See, definitely with like any sort of twin flame stuff, like especially if you were communicating with your twin flame, if there's already been miscommunication, you probably just want to hold off until tomorrow. Tomorrow onwards, really, probably, yeah, because it's like, yeah, but with anyone, like miscommunication is really heightened right now. So that's why, like, if you're having important conversations with people about business or any area of your life, you want to be having those conversations on the phone or in person, so that you can read body language and everything like that. And especially if you're making business deals or anything like that. So although Venus is direct now, and I'm saying business because all the Capricorn energy, that is business, it's work, it's success, it's money, it's serious. So again, and that's actually with love and romance and stuff as well, it would be serious conversations about love, actually. So it's kind of love, actually. So it's kind of like, you're better to kind of wait until the energy is moving forward again, because pretty soon we'll have all the planets going direct for quite a while. And then, anyway, I'll not start going on about all the other stuff. Right. So anyway, I'm going to read these cards. Just on for a wee while, followed your Insta. Oh, I've not posted on it in 2 months. In fact, Claire, you could probably enlighten me. When was the last post do you know, it's quite funny you should say that today, because I was actually just thinking earlier, like one of my besties, like there's a few people I love on there that are like healers and stuff as well. And I'm thinking, like, they're going to be worried about me. But then I'm like, no, they won't be, because we've got a telepathic link. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be like, they'll know I'm just doing my thing. I'm away doing my thing. It's kind of like, I don't know why I feel like I'm hiding out here when this is public, but I do feel like I'm hiding out here. So anyway, I'll go and post something there soon to be like, hey guys, I'm over here, come and join the YouTube. I don't feel like doing that. There's a different vibe. And anyway, I mean, I'm well aware that, like, well, like I've said before, if anybody kind of with not so good energy towards me is kind of watching the YouTubes, then it's more like, yourselves, you would need to be questioning anyone like that, because if someone's actually going to sit through my shit that's like 3 and 4 hours that hasn't got, the best of intentions towards me, that's pretty sad. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of. So anyway, I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is I don't feel that those people would be watching, but how do I know? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like a different vibe of people. I know some of you have jumped over from the other platforms, but quite a lot haven't. And I just feel we're creating something new. And if people are meant to be here, they'll come. It's not hard to find me, basically. Do you know what I mean? If people were really missing what I was putting out, they'll find me. It's not hard. Right, expansion, opening up. That's awakening. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above. What? I have never noticed that there was a person on this card. I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah. The man in this picture, so this could be a man or a woman. The man in the picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide. There's a lot out there to consider. The modern age of technology, that's Aquarius energy. This could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. I can't even. Do you see what I mean? I think I'm just blethering on. I know that I'm not, though. But it's kind of like I've just blathered on about that whole, jump in here and this is where I'm comfortable just now. And then this is talking about internet and social media and fuck. Right, so drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. My life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited, powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Good Lord. Right, patience. 16. Oh no, 16. 16 is the Tower card, but that's okay. The Tower card is just about big change, and it's just breaking down what wasn't working. So, peaceful presence, letting go of desperation. Yeah, and actually, wow, that's clever how they've done that. That's what I'm saying as well, right? Is a lot of people would be like, hey guys, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, I'm on YouTube, so come over and and it's just kind of like, to me, that's just a bit desperate. Like, but also it is that I'm just enjoying the little community here. Do you know what I mean? And actually, even when you do post it on there, people don't. Like, it's quite hard to convert people from one platform to the other. It's too much like hard work. So I'm just like, listen, if somebody's a super fan, I'm pretty sure they'd be trying to find me, and they'd have found me by now. Because you guys did. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not really that hard, because a lot of people that really resonated in Part of My Soul family are subscribed to the YouTube. So, you know what I mean? They will be seeing these. So they might just not want to chat on the thing, and they actually are watching. So again, this is like, who knows? But again, it's that. So I'm just using my example of that in that way. But how can you use that in your life? Like, where do you need to just like chill out and go with the flow and trust the way things are unfolding? Have patience with yourself, and let go of desperation. Just drop into your feminine Empress energy. What you seek is seeking you. Or when you're in that open, receptive, chilled state, that you're like a magnet. You're like a magnet for the people and the things and the situations that are meant to be in your life. When you're like kind of thinking that you have to cling on desperately to friendships or love connections or business or clients, it's like, no, like, you know what I mean? No, just chill. But when I say chill, you do need to do stuff too. Do you know what I mean? You need to find let's find the Panda card. You need to find the balance of being in your own integrity and genuinely having fun and taking aligned action. So that's not saying yes to every offer that you get in any area of life, but it's saying yes to the ones that are like, fuck yeah, I love that person, I'd love to work with them, or fuck yeah, really fancy that person, what, going to date them, or fuck yeah, I want to whatever else. Do you know what I mean? Like, but if it's kind of like all right, yeah, no, none of that stuff, we're done with that. All right, no crumbs. So this card shows a beautiful angel holding a clock in the stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you that it's time to release the old urgency and to look at things with a much clearer perspective. Hard in a Mercury retrograde, I know. But patience, it's ending on Friday. When this card is upright, it's telling you to relax and let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. I said they were harsh. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or to make you happy, you're blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, and creative. This sounds very Aquarius. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you may be aware of. And again, expect unexpected. With Aquarius energy, like I said at the start, it's never going to wait. Nothing is ever going to go the way that you think it's going to go. It could go even better, or just a completely different way, or it could go completely tits up. They've done it. They've made me use a really bad innuendo. I can't even. The amount of times I keep doing that, it's just, we just need to move on. I say that all the time, but anyway. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let them come through. Oh, I pursue my goals with open receptivity. I'm patient and flexible, willing to receive in many surprising and imaginative ways. Just stop. God. Right, sorry, I'm just talking to my guys. This is hilarious. If you saw what I said at the start, you'll just think that's even funnier. Right, so 27 November, 27 November, whoa! People are going to think I've died or something. Shit. Anyway, right, so I never go on it, to be honest, but I was needing a wee dopamine, so I posted, oh, nice, right, so horse, care for others and let them be free. Yes, so again, that is actually, specifically when we're talking about twin flames, that's what twin flames are all about, encouraging other people that you're working with to be free in their own person, but also that goes on with twin flames. Bridget, is that for you? Because I'm just been drawn to this bear. I know that the bear is actually one of mine too, but I felt drawn to show this for someone. Use the power of wisdom, bear. Right, let's stop with those cards. I was just wanting to see if the tiger came out, but we're just forcing it now. You see that? So I said that's when you're just trying to control things. It's just because we're in Year of the Tiger tomorrow, but we're not in tomorrow. So, right, what else do we need? Well, don't be posting it if it's what I think. Dirty emojis, unless I don't know. Sake. Right, fruition. Yeah, see, things are coming to fruition. 37 might be significant. Hey, I'm 37. Right, right, so let's put that there. I did a journey with a bear today. Ah, lovely. Right, what else do we need from this? Right, all the other cards I've got left are all like ascension kind of stuff. So I wanted to use my cards that are all very galactic and very Aquarius energies. So be humble. Be humble. So be humble can mean, oh my shit, sorry, it's because I've actually got it on the couch, the thing that goes with the couch rather than the table. It kind of wobbled a bit. Right, so be humble. Wait a minute. I'm going to do this. Right. So be humble, right? If things are going great for you and there's people around you that are going through a dark time, well, I'd hope you wouldn't be cocky about it, but, you know, don't try to fit it. I feel it is, I know that's not exactly the word into that, but I'm just feeling it is sort of picking up on what I said about, it feels like a test. Like it feels like I'm getting thrown that test a lot. And it feels like other people are as well. It's about, you deserve to be in that place. If you've already went through very, very dark times, your dark night of the soul, some of you, many of you will have been in that for years. You might still be in it. You might come to the end of it. Some of you might be newer to this and you're in it now. Like wherever you're at, you know, be humble. Because it's like when I say, you know, I went through many of this stuff like 10 years ago, like some of it like longer than that. and some of it not as long as that. And it's spiritually awakening or your dark night. So they're dark times. It's called that for a reason, and it's weird times. And it is. That's why I'm picking up in the root chakra. Like, just the rug can be pulled out from under you, and your whole life can change in an instant. It is very much like the Tower card. So yeah, be humble if you've went through all of that, and just be a listening ear for people, because if it's not you, it'll be many people around you. So either way, challenging times. Right. So forgive. So full moon in Pisces. So just remember that nobody's perfect. Yeah. Nobody's perfect. And clear your mind. I feel that this is talking about the confusion, the miscommunication, the hold-ups, the delays, because that's what Mercury retrograde does, and we're in retrograde season, so there was a lot of delays. Answers are coming. There's actually there's a card in that deck that says that, but I feel answers are coming, and who's ever like minds are feeling really clouded or bogged down or couldn't find their way out the dark. And that's funny because Claire just said I'm out my dark night. Woohoo! I feel that people that I can't even see, this is on purpose, that like they're doing that to me because I can't get the words out. It's like the fog is lifting, because it's like I can hear that. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You know what I mean? And it's so it's you get it. And then we've got find a balance, full moon in Libra. Now that's important because Libra is the sign of partnership. It's long-term relationships. It's also marriage. It's also like best friends too. So if people land in your 7th house, because it's the 7th house, then it's just important relationships in your life. Usually when I've looked at other people's charts and I kind of think about mine, that doesn't always mean they're going to be in your life forever. Like sometimes it can be people that you've had a really close bond with could even be like decades, and then something happens where that part in your journey and their journey is over actually. It doesn't mean people can't come back into your life, and definitely actually when it's twin flames that happens, where people can be out your life for a long time and come back. But it's karmic stuff, like it's people that you've got soul contracts with. So some people's, it's not always like a soul contract where it's all this big romantic one, because like I've explained about a million times, that's twin flames, there's an element to that, but it's also like deep shadow work and running away and all that kind of stuff. But it's soul contracts with anyone, like best friends, family members, even people you work with, like the scouting pad soulmates. We've all got a few of them, or hopefully we've not got many of them or any of them anymore, but you probably have. Right, so moving on to, in fact, before I do that, let's do a wee bit of a check-in on the collective divine masculine, divine feminine. So this isn't going to be everyone, but it should pick up on a few people that's going to resonate with this. Obviously, there's throat chakra issues going on there. Right, so for the collective of divine feminine energies, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you resonate with, what do we need to know for divine feminine energy? Teach. Sorry, spirit are too funny. Look at what I'm doing. I'm sitting here teaching what I've learned on my journey, helping thousands, probably fucking millions, but no, I'm joking, hundreds of thousands of people on this journey, right? So you might be resonating with that too, that you're being guided to share what you know about your stuff. So in my case, it just happens to be about the twin flame journey, ascension, self-love, whatever else I talk about, inner child healing, shadow work, all this kind of stuff, my unique combination of stuff that I talk about. But yeah, it is about share what you've got to share. And again, that's Aquarius energy is about that. It's about sharing your weirdness, your weird and wonderfulness. Share your unique take on things. It's not a coincidence that whenever I've been anywhere else where other people channel, and like more kind of like when they close their eyes and they bring it through, whenever I've asked a question about, can you tell me more about twin flames? It's actually come through from several different people. Like I remember once, like someone actually said to me, why is this, and they had their eyes shut, but they were like, why is this person asking about this when I'm being told that they could teach us? like, oh my God, I just wanted to see if they said the right thing that I know it to be. Anyway, Divine Masculine's heart chakra is opening. So there we go. And that is because Divine Feminine Collective is sharing what they're here to do. If you're not, you better get doing it, ladies, men that are in Divine Feminine energy. But it's kind of like you should be sharing. You're not should, but if you've got, and I'm not going to be one of those people, by the way, because people done that to me and it wasn't fucking helpful. So I don't want to be that to you. But guys, if you can push yourself, because I wasn't very comfortable at doing this either. And now I'm having a ball in my jammies with my hair on top of my head, no makeup, no gonna fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, whatever that version of is for you, whether that's just putting your services out in the world, or whether you know you're meant to be in a more of a public platform. Like, for instance, I'm meant to be in a very public platform like this because I've got a Leo midheaven. So it's in my destiny. So I can run from that all I want, but it's always been there. Like, I have to do that. And ironically, whatever you were afraid to do because of, for whatever reasons, that actually helps your twin flame. You know what I mean? Whether you know them or not, that helps them step up in their life. And again, like I've explained, the goal shouldn't be you do something because it brings your twin flame to you. Obviously, that is what everybody's going to want. Like, I can't really think of anyone who wouldn't want that, but there'll be some people that say it and they're lying. Anyway, I'm joking. Just notice my humor. I'm saying, like, take my humor with a pinch of salt for people that don't get me, but I know that you do get me. But it's about, basically, again, your twin flame. You want to be happy for you, but you should want your twin flame to be happy for them too. And if that is meant to bring the two of you together, which my feeling is for many of you, it will be, then they shall be at the door of confronting their shadow, the moon card. You know, this is about facing your darkness. And the thing is, it's so funny because I keep saying it like, you know, your twin flame is your darkness, your shadow, but it kind of is. It's like what scares you. You know what I mean? It's like, whenever I describe, well, yeah, think about it. This is love. So it's the heart chakra. It's people are scared to be vulnerable. That's really what it's about. So this, it goes for whether we're talking about the coming together of two physical people in a connection, or whether this is just the reuniting of your own energy within you. You have to confront your own parts of you, your own darkness, your own stuff that you're scared of, unworthiness, like all that kind of stuff at some point. And then once you go through that for yourself, then you're gifted with that person in front of you that has also done the same, or they're in the middle of it, and then you can help each other. Do you know what I mean? That's really, so I'm saying this because lots of people are in different ways. Like, there will be a few people out there where it's like because actually I was watching a couple the other day, and it was very much like that they're both, you know, in that kind of healer energy. And it's always very interesting to watch like twin flames that are like that, but that's not always how it's going to work for everyone. It'll be different dynamics for different people. Anyway, and like I say, some of you are nowhere near being with another person because you need to be comfortable being with yourself first. You all know where you're at. You need to book a personal reading if you want me to tune into that for yourself. Right, self-care, divine feminine energy, alone time. Yeah, spending time alone, hermiting, healing, being very selective. Christ almighty. What is she doing there? Being very selective about who you spend and where you spend your time. Intention, divine masculine energy. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? Is focused on the same. So divine feminine's been very selective what you or your person focuses on, and like where you choose to put your energy. And the divine masculine is focused on loving themselves more. So it's quite similar, right? And like I say, this could be you or someone you're creating. And anyway, I'm going to stop with this because it's it takes forever. And divine feminine energy needs to surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine and let spirit work its magic for you. Yes, because this new moon, actually, I did say that I felt this new moon was, I can't remember where, but I remember channeling it a lot the last few weeks, that this new moon in Aquarius was huge. Oh, spanner people, somebody get the person, please. This new moon was a big one for twin flames. It doesn't always mean like for twin flames getting together or communicating. It can be like it's a big time in your work, it's a big time with something else amazing, but it is a big time with twin flame reunions because we've got Mars and Venus conjunct on the 12th, I think it is. So the divine masculine energy, and that's for 2 months, so that's like really significant because that's like the masculine and the feminine. Right, so take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So that's cool. That's really cool because, like, look, both have got nature scenes on it. So divine feminine collective is surrendering to spirit and just being open and like being like open to whatever and the magic. And then divine masculine is like grounding their energy and in the natural world. Right, okay. Enough of that. Let's now do, because like I say, it's non-stop in my life. So I'd like to just mix it up a little bit. So let's just put all these cards over here and then I'm going to have to fucking sort them out. I'm trying to have a system where I actually don't mess everything up. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 decks of cards and I'm going in 10 minutes because it's 10 to 9. Look at that. I've actually done what I said I was going to do. Right, so what card do we need from this deck? And if that was your own energy, because I didn't really say it like that, then I forgot the cards, then in your allowing feminine slowing down space, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, spend some time alone hermiting, because that's what this dark moon, this balsamic moon right now, and even the new moon is about. It's about, you know, finding your own truth and your own inner voice. That's what spiritual awakening is. That's why it doesn't really matter how many people you meet that are going through a spiritual awakening, you'll still feel very alone. And that's actually quite an Aquarius thing too. That's like the shadow side of Aquarius, is feeling detached and alone and, you know, like nobody gets you. So like, but then we all gather together in a community and feel connected. You know, that's the irony. Right. Oh yeah. So, and then what was the other? I forgot. What was the other one? What did I pull on that side? Alone time and, oh yeah, alone. So being alone, so you can get clear on how you can love yourself more and take action towards it. There you go. That's your own feminine energy. Being still and alone, healing, hermiting, so that you can get clear on where to focus your intention. And like I say, that's why I keep putting this out there for the people that are really close to their blessings coming in, whatever your blessings are, because I feel there'll be lots of different things. Is it really important that you answer that person's dramatic text or dramatic call or email or person trying to distract you, you know, or even more darker than that, kind of like just people that are obviously trying to get in the way of your happiness? And again, this is what I always say about this, is the confusing thing is that'll be people in your life that are very close to you or have been at one point, and they may not actually be conscious that that's what they're doing. So you have to be conscious of it. I know that some people are going to get that and some people it's going to go right over your head. So I'm just going to trust that that lands the people it's meant to land with. Be discerning, be able to see with your third eye, feel into your own body and your intuition about, wait a minute, if I place my focus on this, or if I give all my time to this person, it's actually going to take away from what I was doing for myself. And that's why it fits with the divine masculine side of how they're focused on loving themselves more. So definitely that goes for people that are being way too nice, helping people all the time and never getting what it is you want majority of the time. Doesn't mean you never get what you want, but if you're never getting what you want, like for a long time, like decades or whatever, which was my story for a long time until I had boundaries, then, you know, there's only one person that can sort that, my friend, and that is you. So I know that one's going to hit hard for a few people. Had to say it to myself several times, still do. You know, if you, if you're always putting other people at the front of the queue, then you're always going to be last. That's what I feel I want to say to that. Right. When does your happy time come? Now. Now. Or tomorrow. Right, so we've got emotional challenges, resolve the issue. Well, that's definitely picking up on Mercury retrograde, Barney's. Right, so, scary card. Well, not scary, but 13, divine feminine, goddess energy, emotional challenges, resolve the issue. That could actually be about twin flames as well. But I'm feeling, you know, it could be for twin flames as well, actually, where that would be relevant. Again, if you don't know who they are, maybe not. And also, it might not be, because there's not always arguments going on. It's usually, anyway, different for different people, miscommunication. But I feel it's like challenges with other people, just other people in your life, just coming and dumping their shit on you. You know what I mean? Happens to me all the time because I'm a counselor and a healer. And again, it's like, you got to draw the line somewhere. Right. So 13. Eternal union. Oh my god, hello. I've just opened the book up, but we're going to look. It's got eternal union, new love is forming, and it's got a couple kissing, but I didn't pull that card. I just opened the book up at that. So see, it's coming for someone on the 15th, so someone's having a Valentine's eternal union. Right, so that's because that's when that's when Venus and Mars are meeting up for a hot date. Right, so emotional challenges. Thank you for the energy. Washing up done. Well, until some of it dries. Nice. I love doing the washing. I've got a dishwasher, but I love floating off, like doing the dishes as well. Anyone else do that? Anyone like doing that? Right, so it is not uncommon for individuals to experience regular emotional challenges. A part of the human experience is to go through different stages of the emotional wheel, from love, joy, and happiness to grief, sadness, betrayal. Not all emotions can be conveyed at once, and therefore a process of understanding our current and past feelings to move forward with an issue or challenge is essential. We can't always be light and fluffy. Well, I don't think anyone can accuse me of that. We must acknowledge feelings such as anger or bitterness. Refusing to acknowledge personal anger, resentment, or mistreatment towards yourself will only leave you feeling depressed with your self-worth being sacrificed just to please others. And like, I'm being serious. That's why sometimes, like, you will see my shadow put in a wee comment here and there, because it's not all the time. It's just when it's genuine, like it's arising in me, and I just let it out, because otherwise I think it's fake. Because most people don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, they do kind of, like, even on YouTube, like, you know, and again, that's like some people, like I say, I would be able to see some people are different. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I'm just very raw and real. So I just show up how I am. And that doesn't mean people that don't do that aren't doing it right. They're doing it how they are. But for me, it doesn't feel me to it wouldn't feel me if I like rushed to go and put a full face of makeup on, or I sort my hair. Or I got dressed when I just got out of the bath and wanted to put my jammies on. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, it just feels right to be true to myself. Like, and, you know, and that, so basically that's what I'm saying. So it's, so yeah, so I just treat it, so I'm a bit, that is what is unique about me, is that I do just wear my heart on my sleeve. But again, I still do censor it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep things anonymous, I keep things general. If I'm talking about myself, I'll say generally as well, or I'll refer back to things that have happened years ago, or definitely months ago, but usually it's like years ago, or, you know, and yeah, And it's so that, because it's just more relatable. But again, it's like, it's just, I just trust what spirit are wanting me to share. And it is just, a lot of people do say to me personally that they do find it very helpful when they see like I'm pissed off about something, or there's been an obvious betrayal, or like someone's pissed me off that day, or whatever, because it's I'm human, you know what I mean? I'm also starseed, part galactic family, light beings, whatever, you know. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just keeping it real. We all have these feelings, and that's okay. And when you can talk it through with someone that you trust, which I'm honored to be that person for a lot of people that are on here, or a lot of other people that don't like watch the YouTube. You know, it's, everybody needs at least that person that they can go to, or a few trusted people that you can get stuff off your chest, and then it's gone and you let it go in the ethers. If you keep all that inside and you let it fester away, and you don't let it up, it can actually make you physically ill. You know what I mean? So there we go. Right. So refusing to acknowledge personal anger, resentment, or mistreatment towards yourself will only leave you feeling depressed, with your self-worth being sacrificed just to please others. So again, this is exactly what we're meant to feel, because this is what I was talking about. I love the Jess Glynn song, Thursdays. I don't wear makeup on Thursdays because who I am is enough. That's totally my energy. Yeah, I don't wear makeup most days because who I am is enough. Do you know what I mean? But I do like a wee bit of red lippy and putting the makeup on when I can be arsed. Do you know what I mean? Which you get, sometimes I have weeks where I do wear it every day, but usually not every day. You know what I mean? Like some days I can't even bother putting my contacts in. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. Just be you. Right. So, right now you're experiencing an emotional challenge. You, Mercury retrograde, you may be feeling overwhelmed, have had your trust broken, or felt betrayal from people close to you, right? So clearly with me saying the word betrayal, and then there's a lot of the words betrayal, who's been betrayed? Not in your life ever, but if there's been some real shit going down, it's definitely happened to me over the years, quite a lot. Right, so you may have been hurt by others, either physically or emotionally. Know that you have the resilience and strength you need within to overcome this challenge in life. This is a temporary phase. You must acknowledge your emotions now if you would like to move forward quickly. It is important to remember not to dwell on events for too long, as they can keep you stuck and stagnant in life. Verbal confrontations are possible now. See, I think this might actually have been some people's weekends, going by what the short said. But just be aware that because I'm channeling this right now, usually when I'm channeling a message, it's like I say, either I will have went through it, like sometimes it's days before, but most of the time it's like years before, because a lot of the betrayals that took place in my life were like, we're talking like 10, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Sometimes it's only like a year ago or 2 years ago, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's the big ones would have been like decades ago and stuff, but I can still very much tap in with the feelings of that. But you know, it's healed enough to be able to teach. But yes, so what I'm saying is I do feel there will have been like Mercury retrograde, confusion, miscommunication, maybe possible arguments over the weekend for a few people. Attempt mediation to remove the emotional charge. Is that meant? Oh no, maybe it is meant to be mediation. Attempt mediation to remove the emotional charge out of the conversation, so all parties can be heard and express themselves equally. Remember, you can only heal something you choose to acknowledge. And that's what I go on about all the time. Feel it to heal it. You can only let something go when you actually share it. Like, so that's why I'm always like, whenever, particularly people that work with me quite closely, like if people tend to come to me for a session quite a lot, like it will come through from spirit, like a lot. If people will be sick of hearing it, is it like, really, you are going to be the best judge of character on this, but for a lot of people that tend to come to me, not all, it really is just like they need therapy or counseling, you know, and it's just collectively, there's a lot of stigma around, oh, something bad really needs to happen to have therapy or counseling. No, it doesn't. It's just a way of helping you like get that support. So until you're able to self-regulate more, You know, like that's what I do for people. But obviously I do more than that because I'm all these other things. But it's, you know, when you find a great counselor that speaks to your soul, there's nothing, you know, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And if you don't feel like that about your counselor or your therapist, get a different therapist. Do you know what I mean? Because therapists also teach you boundaries. I'm going in between using the word therapist and counselor because I think Americans say therapist. But again, it's because if you are always questioning yourself or not feeling good enough or letting people trample over your boundaries, that won't happen after you've had good counselling. Like nobody that does counselling with me walks away not knowing their boundaries and knowing their self-worth. Like trust me, because that is the one thing they all shared in my challenge, is that they're better boundaries, loving themselves, and you know, just treating themselves better, basically. And that's what you want. And then also like following their soul's calling, because usually the people that come to me for counselling are also like mediums, healers, doing very sorts of similar stuff to me. Do you know what I mean? Right. So if you've experienced a traumatic event or continued cycles of emotional triggers, please, oh, fucking hell, I didn't know it was going to say this, right? If you've experienced a traumatic event or continued cycles of emotional triggers, please seek a suitable professional who can help you unpack this emotional baggage and get the real cause of the issue. Yeah. And the reason is that I suggest therapy or counseling for someone because it's like weekly holding somebody's hand, well, energetically, you know, over the Zoom. And like, I can share this anonymously because I'm not sharing who it is. But again, actually, like sometimes some people I work with, would like if they were on, they probably, oh yeah, that's me. But it's so if people come on the live and that same, then great. But it's kind of like, you know, a client actually said to me recently, and we're only half the way through, she was like, is that possible that I feel great, like already? Like I feel really calm and I feel, you know, and not everything's by no means perfect. But I was like, no, that's amazing. And it's probably because a friend of mine channeled to me a couple of years ago that the light beings were going to work like even quicker than what they'd already had been through me. And so it's kind of like, but that's where I always say like that people then don't put the pressure on me because healing comes quickly when I work with people, then I think sometimes people are going to have too high expectations. So just kind of like keeping it in perspective. You could go to counselling for 3 months and not feel a whole lot different, by the way. You could go to counselling for 6 months, years, and not get the shifts that people get with me and after like 12 sessions. So it's everybody's different, you know, but because I hold out for a miracle and it's usually just, well, it's not usually, it's always divinely timed. If you're strongly feeling guided to work with me longer term, again, it wouldn't be someone that was brand new to me anyway. It'd be people that have watched and saw what other people say. But yeah, there are a lot of people that are needing that. Yes, anyway, so what was I going to say? Yeah, because if there's something we need to get to the bottom of as well, is, you know, because I'm a hypnotherapist, like that's, I don't do that with my, right, they're obviously want me to explain that. When it's my counselling packages, right, I stick to counselling unless I saw that by the 8th session or the 10th session, someone was really feeling like with that client I just mentioned, I was like, see with the last sort of 4, if she's still feeling that way, by the time we get to like the 8th session, then I would kind of allow the last 4 sessions to be more coaching sort of based rather than counselling. But I usually keep that separate, you know, just have that solid foundation of counselling, therapy, where it's sorting out your boundaries, cutting out the people pleasing, loving yourself, you know, knowing your worth, putting yourself first. And then you're sorted for all the other stuff. Then you can get all the coaching you want with me or whoever, and you know, you'll be able to follow your dreams and not doubt yourself, you know. And then for people that have had therapy, usually with me, or if, you know, I get a good sense that you've went through counselling with someone else, and you know, I can just tell, I can feel it by the way people show up in themselves with their confidence. Then that's when I would do the life coaching, the spiritual coaching, shamanic coaching, whatever you want to call it, with people that are more, you know, needing support to go for their goals. So that's the difference. But again, it's like somebody could go through like counselling with me, and then you might decide that, you know, you've had the counselling or the therapy, and then you want to experience a bit of hypnotherapy, and then you just book a one-off session. You know, just say to me that's what you want it to be for. Because right now you just book the 144 session, you know, and you're just booking my time to get what it is you need. But what I'm saying this to the people that really sometimes you've got to question, like, is it a pride thing or an ego thing? Because it's because sometimes that can actually hurt your bank balance, because it's kind of like, it might work out more financially better to book the therapy and just get that over with. And then just book a session as and when you want something else. You know what I mean? But anyway, I know what I mean. So I think what Spirit are just trying to get across is it takes a lot to admit that you maybe need that bit of long-term support of somebody holding your hand. But I mean, that's why I say it all the time. I had a counsellor for 7 years. By the way, I'd still have her if she wasn't retired. Like, that was why we finished. I was like, no, I need you. I didn't anymore. I was only seeing her once a month by that point. And I went, she'd even said to me a few times, Claire, are you sure you do? Yeah, I do. I need to. Anyway, that reminds me, shit, I didn't send her thank you card. We finished like months ago. Anyway, so, but you can see that I made that judgment call for me because I'm supporting people all the time. I do feel that I should have that person for me. Do you know what I mean? Right. So, if you have experience of traumatic event, I just read that bit though, didn't I? Right. So, shadow aspect, fear in displaying emotion. Well, again, this is a huge issue with many, many people. Definitely divine masculines, whether you are a man or a woman, because most men have been conditioned to keep their feelings in, don't cry, don't show your emotion, it makes you weak, all of the bullshit. I've said this many times before, when a man can show that they're in touch with their feelings, and just as much, it's even more attractive. Ladies, I mean, can we tell the men that? It's hot, actually, for a guy to be in touch with their emotions. I've never met a woman that doesn't say that, actually. And if a woman does say that, then they're probably pretty toxic. Just saying. In fact, definitely never met a woman. If other men comment on men crying, they're toxic too. So toxic. Brittany's coming to me, right? So right, I'm being weird tonight. This Aquarius energy is making me really wacky, but I'm loving it. When we have therapy, we can recognize boundaries a lot quicker. Yeah. And then the trouble is you really notice that everybody tramples over your boundaries all the time. And so then you have to go through the weird period of being like, wow, that felt really uncomfortable. Oh shit, I'm going to need to say something to that person. That's going to be awkward. Or I need to take myself out of this situation. But you get used to it. And it's better than not saying something, like you don't need to go around causing arguments all the time, but you got to stand up for yourself, right? So that's coming from an Aries, you know what I mean? That's fighting talk, but not literal fighting, just speaking up for yourself. Brave. Not me for once, at least not that I'm aware of. I can't remember what I said now, Charlotte. My soul's calling, creating art. Thank you. Yes, exactly. And that was the Chakra Soul Empowerment reading. Well, actually, it was the audio, Bridget, wasn't it? But the Chakra Soul Empowerment reading, people are probably sick of hearing that. But that really, long story short, that really unlocked a lot of info from the Akashic Records for Bridget to really pivot that way. So I just looked at your painting when I said that. I've got the angel wings on my card there from Bridget. Right, I definitely recommend counselling. When I started going as a teenager, I was nervous and didn't know what to expect. Now, whenever I know I need it, last time was when my dad passed. Yeah, but the thing, and that, thank you for sharing that, Charlotte, like you always do, because that's very brave of you to share. But that's what I mean. Like, people don't just need counselling when somebody dies. Do you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of the people come to me as, although I am trained in grief counselling, and yeah, some clients I've got, they are still, because when do we ever stop grieving? But like, there are some clients I've got that are grieving for like a partner or parents, or I've been helping a lot of people with stuff like that, actually. But it's, for me, it wasn't, well, there were some big things, but a lot of it was just, like I say, it was helping me with things, how to self-soothe, or I just basically, a lot of the clients that come to me are like me. I can feel a lot of heart chakra healing being done as I'm saying this, because I can feel all the healing going to the heart. I just need to talk about my own problem. And I don't really need the counsellor to say much to me. I've said this before, it's funny. She could never get a word in edgeways. But I just need to talk it out, right? And it's like, but it does matter. It needs to be somebody that I trust, that I love, that can really hear me, and I know they're empathizing and their eyes aren't kind of glazing over. I can tell when people, like, see if my mum's not being present, I can be like, there's no fucking point. She's like, well, I was listening, but it's kind of like, you know, and my mum's actually great. My mum's like one of my best pals, you know, she does listen, but sometimes she's in her Capricorn rising, busy kind of Gemini running off ways. You know, but it's kind of like the people that I go to, like some of my closest best friends, like I was even just saying that to my best friend Jess, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, yeah, some of my closest best friends are like absolute angels upon earth, and I'm so grateful. Thank God I was given them. It's kind of like when I'm given enough space to work out my own problem and just talk it out, I come up with my own answer. But it'll be a few the key things that the person says back to me that really help me do it. And that's actually what a good counselor does. So like I say, a lot of my friends are just great listeners, and they, you know, they weren't trained in it. Some of my friends are trained in counseling, like maybe like certificate and stuff. But yeah, the point is many people are like that. They do just need to talk out. And then there's other people that it's a complete opposite problem. And this is a lot of clients I help. They cannot do that. And then that's how I help them too, because it's like by me talking so much or channeling, I pull out how the person's feeling. And they're like, yeah, a lot of time it's just like, yeah, oh God, that is how I feel. But then it's me, it's just to be like, do you want to share something? They're like, well, actually, no, can I just listen to you? And it's like, you know, like I've actually had a few, I'm being shown actually a few men that I've worked with. I don't work with men all the time, but now and again I do. And a few men that I've worked with over the years, again, they weren't massive talkers. Like I was definitely more of a talker than them. And that's often how it goes with twin flames as well, by the way. Again, because whoever it is I'm talking to, like, are they really going to get a word out? I mean, it's highly unlikely. I'm only joking. Well, I'm not really. I'm sure I've had quite a few guys in my life tell me to shut up. I'm joking. Well, actually, I've definitely had guys tell me to shut up in a not so nice way. And if I could go back in time and be like, no, you shut the fuck up and I'm away. Like, but no, in a funny way, I've definitely, yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? There's loads of us that talk a lot, and that's how we heal ourselves, by getting it out. We just need someone to listen to us and it's gone. And then there's other people that are quieter. And actually what I'm saying is, it's like when I come on here, like, because I just know, because I've got a North Node in Gemini. Gemini is communication. It is talking. It is listening. When I'm sitting on YouTube, there's not a whole lot of listening I can do until we work out how to bring somebody on the video in here. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, I think I could go on the Zoom and then come on. So I do want to test that. With one of my clients, I'm actually going to test that maybe on Thursday for Therapy Thursday. But yeah, North Node in Gemini, it's my destiny to be talking, sharing what I've learned, sharing my wisdom, channeling new wisdom that's sometimes even new to me. And it just so happens that a lot of the time, majority of the time, it is going to be for twin flames, about ascension, about spiritual awakening, about self-love, about shadow work, inner child healing, all these kind of themes. Clearing trauma. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be... sometimes it is going to touch on sexual healing. I don't know what that even means, but yeah, it's kind of like, because my North Node is in the 8th house of sacred sex, spiritual sex, soulmates, twin flames, deep transformation, transmuting energy, shamanic stuff. Hello, shaman. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever else Scorpio's about. It's about pain. It's about healing pain, and it's about the phoenix rising. And that's what I've done. I went through a lot of shit, and I'm still rising, and I'm going to keep on rising. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So this is what I find with people that come to me. They need space, but often it's showing them that they do have the answers already. Charlotte, that's literally everyone on here. Yeah, it's true. It's like, you know, whenever anyone gets a reading, I always say this to someone: you already know the answer. This is just going to show you that you know the answer. So it's not that the person didn't need it. They did need it. They just needed somebody else to like mirror it back to them. You know, that's what we're being. We're being a mirror. Yes, my mum likes to give me solutions, but I just need to get it all out and then I'm fine. Yeah, that's like a mum thing, because my mum does that too. My mum doesn't do it as much because it's like I've trained my mum not to do it, because you do get those people that get it, that And that's why I say to people, I think people in my life sometimes have been a bit spoiled because like I am a trained counselor. So, it's like if someone's been in my life and they're getting listened to me and I'm present, which I would always try to be if it's something, definitely if it's something more difficult, but all the time, then you're going to notice if you're talking to someone that isn't a trained counselor, and then, be easy on them because not everyone's a trained counselor. Do you know what I mean? But I always try to point out to people because people are like, oh my God, I feel so much better after talking to you, especially if it was informal, like if it was a friend of a friend or someone in the beach. And I'm thinking, well, I'm a counselor. Do you know what I mean? Even if I wasn't a counselor, like I'm a healer. But because of all of these things, it's powerful. And also hypnotherapy is about relaxing people. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I was told at the start of my counselling training is, it'll drive you nuts because you'll notice how much people don't listen. So what the hell's up with you with those steamy cards then? What do you mean? What do you mean? Be careful what you say on here. Right. So, Rhodonite. Stress, practicality, calmness, and awareness. I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. Right. So let's go on to these ones. Right. Let's pick three of three of these. Right. So. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What land did oh, that's good, though. I can fast forward the adverts. What land did I fall into there? It's 9:20. I looked and it was 10:09, and now it's 30 minutes later. See, when I'm having fun, I hang around. Right, so we've got Portal. Wow, Portal, which is what we've created. What's going on there? Why is fireworks going off? Huh? What the fuck? Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. Wow, that is Aquarius energy. Again, I've said this tonight. You decide. Doors are opening for you. Are you walking through it or are you staying where you are? Rewards are behind walking through the door, but you got to walk through the door. It's scary. We've all done it at some point in our lives. And it's more scary in Aquarius energy because it's expect the unexpected. You don't know. Doesn't matter how psychic you are, you don't know what's on the other side. Oh, Chinese New Year. Would people be doing that? I don't know. Is it not in bulk? I never know how to say that. In bulk, or is it not? Is that not today? I don't know that people would be fireworking it up, but my dad was so selfish for the dogs. Rama, where are you being called to journey to? Wow, yeah, you're being called to journey into that portal. Your own individual portal. Child of the cosmos. Oh, I pulled this in the pick a card. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Because again, see, that's what we were just saying. The answers lie in you. And you just got to find a person that speaks to your soul or that holds space well enough, whether that be a counselor, whether that be a shaman, whether that be a healer of any kind, or a coach, or like I say, you could just cut some corners and come to me because I'm all of those things and so much more. Right, let's pull one of these now. Maybe they're just getting in there early. Yeah, maybe that makes sense tomorrow because it's the 1st. I knew it was like that would make more sense. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's someone's birthday. Fuck knows. Maybe they're like, hey guys, it's Aquarius new moon tomorrow. Let's do some fireworks. Right. Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. See, they're bringing in that sacred sexuality, sensuality. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Oh my God, that's Aquarius as well. We're going to need to read that too. I knew there was a reason I was using these. Right, so Sacred inner space and memories of Atlantis. Oh, and there's my ankh on it, my sacred symbol, and a lot of other people feel connected to that too. Right, so and I've just opened the book at Arcturian Light Codes, which is what I've been doing, sitting doing this. Right, sacred inner space. Where are you? This one's a bit weird because it's not in it's not got numbers, and it doesn't seem to be in alphabetical order. So how the fuck are you meant to find them? Well, maybe it is alphabetical order. No, it's not. Yeah, is it? Sacred. Oh no, it is. Right. Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra. So if you don't already know, that is to do with receiving and giving. It's your sexual energy. It's your creativity. It's your passion. Equally, if you're not feeling the passion or you're a bit stagnant, again, because this is why I always say there's many, many funny stories, but not so funny too, because that can make people very down. That like people have come to me, and specifically with my psychic astrology empowerment, but really anything that you book, if you were feeling stagnant or stuck or lack of passion in your business, your love life, you know, just self-love, I really do ignite your light, and I mean it, right? Because there's one that really comes back to me that I done a woman's astrology chart, and well, let's just say after she was like, I am eternally grateful, and you need to let more people about how you can help them. But my husband is even more grateful. I think you can work that one out. The sacral chakra was really lit up. The passion came back into that relationship, and she is off following her dreams, loving life. And I'm sure he is too. The sacral chakra is found below the belly button. They're being polite, and is the energetic space that governs our reproductive system and all forms of expression connected to it. Everything from our sexuality to our capacity to express the tender, more sacred parts of ourselves is connected to this chakra. It is governed by water, and so it helps us move with the flow of life in order to express our most authentic self. But yeah, as well, to be serious for a moment, it's also your trauma. So that's why I say, like, you know, for those women out there, like I basically had my initiation activation of my womb. So that was actually exactly a year ago. So since then, I've found that people that work very close with me, the women in my membership know this, they then found that they were having a lot of womb clearing, womb activation going on. So a lot of that can be very painful. I was actually in my bed for a week, and it was like I'd been operated on. I couldn't walk. And that was because that weekend coming, which by the way I didn't know because I'm so disorganized. I never know, right? I'm just like, whatever, I'm just like, grab my shit that I need and I go. But for my advanced shamanic training that I was doing, which is now that's all done, but again, we'll fill me up, but it was kind of like basically it was like I didn't know what we had, but I kind of guessed, and I said, I said, are we doing something to do with like trauma or something, or the womb? And we were. It was the below. And what it turned out was actually I had experienced that physical pain like that because what you saw at the start. Oh, see, that's probably why that happened to me at the start, because it doesn't always happen every time. Or I might not mention it every time. That basically, because I was going to be holding the below for the whole group, I basically was holding my own ancestral generational trauma and my own trauma from my life, because there's been a lot, but I was holding the whole 10, 11 people, right? But this is how time is an illusion, because I didn't know I was going to be that. Like, I think it was like I basically offered myself to do it because it was obvious it was meant to be me, because my guides had already started that, like the week leading up to it. So again, this stuff fascinates me, right? It's kind of like when I was about to do a generational ancestral healing with someone, and that is, to do with the wind in the north. And that was the day that my literal roof blew off. I didn't know it was my roof, right? But it was a part of my roof blew off. But we were looking out the window, and it was you all know this, the way it was. Maybe not though, because I probably would have said it on Facebook. I was in the middle of saying, oh, they normally put the amber warning on when like bits of roof are flying off. And as I was in the middle of the sentence, fucking, there was like Mary Poppins, like this big bit of fucking whatever went flying off, and it was took like 8 firemen. I'm not shitting you. I've got a video and it's hilarious because my friend's in the background like telling her husband like, fucking hell, I'm coming home. And she's known me for like over 10, 12 years or something, and she was freaked out. Actually, she might watch this, but it was funny, but it wasn't funny. It was terrifying. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't rain. It wasn't like a thunderstorm. Do you mean it was wind? It was actual wind. So it was like the start, it was like the actual energies that I was going to be working with as a shaman. And that was, so it was fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So I've just been looking at a womb healing day coming up. Also, I have a human design chart read the other week, and my power comes from a sacral. Yes, that's where mine comes from as well, which explains a lot of what I've been clearing there. Yes, so I am a generator with sacral authority. So it would be interesting to know which one you are. So that's why I come on with a lot of energy when I've got it, or other times like I'm chilling and I'm more hermit mode because I need to but this is the thing you got to watch, right? It's like, because human design I do like, but I can also work it out with us. I know astrology is in it, but it's like it makes sense to me. But I like to, I do it my own way. But it's basically, like it made sense to me when I saw what I was, because I've got a big book on that as well. Actually, I read all of that, but it's kind of like it's like I can really be like, we often say that in my membership. It's like, or anyone that works for me, it's like I am a generator because I'm clear and I'm clear. Quartz, and that's an amplifier. So it's like I'm a generator for other people. So I have to be that's why I'm selective of who I let kind of like, when people recognize that, they can kind of take advantage, if I let them. So, but yes, it's when you are a generator, you need to honor your energy levels, basically. So that's why there's some days you'll hear me saying I'm just totally in my bed. But it's funny because that's also, it totally fits with having inattentive ADHD, because inattentive ADHD, it's like sloth mode. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've just got, I might want to tidy up, but I've got absolutely no energy to. And that also fits the description of what a generator is. So it was quite fascinating when I saw that. But yes, right. So yes, it was my roof. So it was quite funny. I thought it was a neighbour's roof. Right. Anyway, let me read the rest of this. So, wait a minute. Where the fuck? Oh. This card transports us to the sacred inner space. It shows an inner temple with flowing water and lots of soft colours coming from a blooming lotus. Oh, but what I was going to finish saying there was, so when I done that, I can't remember what was that for? I don't know what it was for. I think it was a Lionsgate or something, but it ended up being like a total womb activation week, because it was like a challenge where it only happened to be women in my membership. But basically, after each woman shared, it was basically like everyone got a full session in front of one another, because after like I'd done a work with each person to listen to their trauma, and we all witnessed them. That's what it's about in shamanic work. Then it created all this space for amazing miracles to come about. But that's what I say. So it's not like a miracle can't come about in your life if you're holding a lot of trauma, that more miracles will come about if you've got the courage to clear that trauma. And that's why I will say to people, you can clear some stuff on your own, but it's highly unlikely you're going to be able to clear the big stuff, because I've not been able to clear the big stuff myself, right? Nobody can. So that's what the importance of understanding this is. And it's also, as a woman, because men, you don't have a womb, like women transmute energy. So like we hold pain, so we hold our own pain, we hold the ancestors' pain, but also like if a man has emotional pain, like because for obvious reasons, like, it's like, or whatever, whoever's doing whatever genders are, hooking up, like you can transmute pain for the other. Anyway, book a personal session if you want to know more about that. Right. So this card transports us to a sacred, I just read that bit. It shows an inner temple with flowing water and lots of soft colours coming from a blooming lotus. This encourages us to see that our sacred parts are beautiful energetic gateways, portals Portals of magic, because they are, because children come out of that portal of magic. Gateways through which we can express and manifest pure life force. And that's why, again, being serious, that's why people that have got the discipline to stay celibate for years on end, that's why when you generate that magical sexual energy, you can create magical miracles in your life from that energy. It's just not a lot of people have got the discipline to not have sex for years on end. Do you know what I mean? And yes, I have been one of those people that's done that many times. Right, so visualize a drop of divine light from the heart of the universe. I know lots of you are too, and lots of you won't be. And again, it's just our different life paths. But it's about that. That's powerful when you can use that. I don't know if properly doesn't seem like the right word, but it's yeah, it's a powerful energy. It's just a powerful energy again, because then I'm going to get in a whole other fucking shit. I mean, I want to go and watch celebs go dating. Visualize a drop of divine light from the heart of the universe washing over and through your genitals. Good Lord. See, I told you. What did I say? This is hilarious. Like I knew that this was going to, want kids to be listening to this. Right. Reconnect with this energetic space and recognize that it is a space of divine power. And that's why I remember watching this thing once. I think it was actually one of the girls in my membership had said, and it was like they were chanting, it was like, my womb is a space of, oh, see, I can't remember it, but they were chanting something and it rhymed. And it was just basically along the lines of, my womb is not a space for trauma and pain. My womb is a space for, love and miracles or something, like, and it's talk to your womb, heal your womb. See, I'm a womb healer. This is womb wisdom. Right. So you're being guided to the gateway of your sacred self. This is an opportunity to recognize that the more tender and vulnerable aspects of your being hold the keys to great power. So this is why I'm saying the specific womb stuff was, yes, for the women there, but this is for men too, because we've all got vulnerability. Reclaim any parts of yourself that you've disconnected from or abandoned. If you want to experience more love and belonging, look within. There's a huge lesson in finding love within yourself, which is why I always stress, never mind your twin flame. If you don't love yourself yet, focus on that. And then they just come about. Realize, I made that sound easy, but you know what I'm saying. Realize that false narratives have been floating around your energetic field, stories that have discouraged you from expressing yourself. You may even have been lied to and told you aren't beautiful. This card is here to remind you that you are beautiful, and more importantly, you can create beauty in the world. Oh, I'm going to say that again. This card is here to remind you that you are beautiful, and more importantly, you can create beauty in the world. And I'm saying it again because my words hold power. Because I'm dropping bits of NLP and being a hypnotherapist, it's for those of you specifically that have had that with me, it's really going to emphasize that. But anyone that wants to receive that, you are beauty. Okay. You are your own unique type of beauty. That's what Aquarius would want to say to you. Recognize that you hold the power of the universe within, and then you'll find your flow. Oh, I love it. Right. Memories of Atlantis. Wow, they really are going galactic on us. Memories of Atlantis. Many memories of Atlantis. So that was that one. Sacred inner space. Sorry, it's if you see me, it's because they're talking to me about stuff that I'm like, I don't think I need to really go into all of that. Yeah, if people were interested in lots of the other stuff that I was talking there about, then yeah, you'll need to book a personal session, because it's like we're not having that kind of Zoom here or whatever. Right. So spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Hilarious. Legend has it that Atlantis was advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. Kind of like what's happening right now, the new earth. As the old earth is dying and crumbling away, and they're trying to control people and all sorts, the new earth is being built. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connection. Their disrespect for earth and ocean caused a great cataclysm that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with their spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection, then are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. Visualize yourself in a beautiful deep blue energy. And I mentioned my connection to the energy of blue earlier. So lots of you may feel that connection too. Atlantic Ocean blue, and say, or just listen, Atlantean Council of Light, thank you for supporting the evolution of my soul so that I can surmount the karmic imbalances of my previous incarnators. Wow, powerful. Right. We're going to end it with this one. And the affirmation for today, because I at last found it, it was in my office after all. So there's something about something that you were getting annoyed with, frustrated with, that you'd lost it, is now found. Whatever that means to you. Within myself, I see a loving, beautiful being. It is safe for me to look within. Oh, it does fit. Oh my God, I love it. The actual affirmation, is that a buffalo? Fits, that's about abundance, fits with what I've been channeling about. Would you look at that? Right, whoa, what are you? You flew out, so it needs to be healing. Hello, I'm loving the synchronicity. The dark moon is about healing. And I love it, look at that, I love the colours. That's the chakras going wild. I don't know why I keep using that funny voice, but I've done it the whole way through, so I'm just going to stick with it. Right, so healing, energy rebalance, energetic awareness, healing yourself and others. Well, they were making me go a bit too much into detail with how you can do that. Healing yourself and others, exploring healing modalities, Reiki, the chakra system, your unique and innate ability to heal, color, vibration, soul sovereignty, which we have to have in these times because there's a lot of attack on our sovereignty. Auras and the meridian system, I can never say that word, aligning to the highest good and optimal health. The Lemurians, oh, I love it. We've had the Atlanteans, we've had did we have something? The Atlanteans, and now we've got the Lemurians. But this is what I say, I called in the more galactic sort of light being energy, because that's what Aquarius means to me. So, and also because my moon is conjunct Uranus, which rules Aquarius, that's why I'm bringing through these energies every time I'm doing it. And the Lemurians were well versed in the practice of the healing arts. They were naturally intuitive and accustomed to navigating energetic-based realities. We all have natural healing abilities that are advanced when we deepen our energetic awareness. When we perceive the world beyond our more well-known senses, we start to receive information and wisdom that is different from that which stems from intellect. And actually, yeah, that is what, when you saw me kind of like, that's what I was being told, is that it's like Tantra, it's like how when you, well, if you've experienced that for yourself, or if you see people that are talking about it, they'll usually go into great detail about how like it becomes like this otherworldly experience. You know what I mean? Like something along those sort of lines. And it is because it's about healing, and it's about respecting one another's bodies, obviously, but it's one another's souls as well. Right. So by tapping into life force consciousness and using this abounding energy alongside focused intention, we find that anything is possible. But I suppose what actually Spirit are sort of saying, well, my guides are saying to me, and it's making me laugh, is that if you think about it, I'm pretty sure people have had other sexual experiences that were nothing like that, right? So it's kind of like, if you then do come up against like the opportunity to experience that with someone, there's going to be a lot of damage on both parts. You know, there's going to be a lot of trauma, basically. And it doesn't need to be that something really sinister's happened, like the obvious things that can happen to people. It can be that, though, sadly, for a lot of people. It can just be that, like, just people not being very attentive to like someone's emotional feelings. And that's not always like a man not being attentive to a woman's emotional needs. That can also be like women not being attentive to a man's. Like, think about, like, you know, a lot of women speak like that. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always like, it's the way in which like the waters have been muddied with sex and stuff like that. Like, it's yeah, that kind of spiritual sex, it heals all of that. Anyway, this is what I mean. Like, that's why I was like, I don't know if they're ready for that yet. I mean, lots of you are into that, but it's so funny that I said that though at the start. I was like, by the way, see those of you that let your kids watch this, go and do that, because they're wanting me to talk about stuff like this with people. Hopefully not all the time, but I don't know, it is, you know what I mean? We'll just see. You may already practice a form of natural healing, but find you sometimes feel quite drained. If this is the case, ensure the energy you're overflowing comes from an infinite stream of abundant universal energy. And that's why I can sit here for like 4 hours at a time and everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like mental. I just get lost in this land. I mean, I've done it again. I've stayed here for way longer than I wanted to. That's fine. Now I can fast forward all the adverts. Everybody wins. You're welcome. Rather than using your own resources, you may want to imagine the brightest, most love-imbued, luminescent light flowing down from the heavens or the center of the universe. And alongside any healing intentions, include the statement, for the greatest good. And I always come on here for the highest good of all. Many, including me, that's why I'm going to get off soon. Many healing modalities work through high vibrational energies. It can be wonderful to explore these in conjunction with your current practices. If you haven't done healing work before, but feel called to do so now, follow this instinct. Being able to offer healing to loved ones or yourself as a gift. Exploring the art of energetic healing will significantly increase your psychic sensitivity. Energetic healing is based on the systems of the body. These systems, the chakras, are often depicted as colored wheels of light. God, we really are given a teaching lesson tonight, aren't we? Each chakra connects to the organs of the body, emotions, and related characteristics. Emanating from these powerful vortices is the energy field known as the aura. It is possible to train yourself to see the electromagnetic field around the body, and it can be photographed. The appearance of the aura is influenced by the chakras, muddier or darker colors. And that's interesting that I used the term muddied the waters. Wow, that's fascinating. Imply some spring cleaning is in order. For more of this, see the violet flame. And again, that makes sense because I work with the violet flame and everything that I do. So that is why you see, unfortunately, a lot of men and women come to me, and there's mostly women come to me, and it's like there has been some kind of sexual trauma there for whatever reason. And it is like I transmute that energy. Obviously earlier I wasn't talking about like I was actually talking about tantra, whereas that would be two consenting adults healing each other in a very beautiful different way. But when I heal somebody of that, it's obviously a different energy healing. Right, so color is how we perceive light. I know that's obvious, but for fuck's sake, I had to sort of, the Mercury retrograde, you never know. Some people, color is how we perceive light frequencies. Every color has a different vibration. Crystals are formed through vibrations, and each carries its own frequency. Crystals are often used in spiritual healing because they hold the frequencies to bring the chakra points into balance. Sound healing is another example of this. Immersion in a sound bath experience aligns the brain waves with frequencies conducive to self-healing, as well as body and energy wholeness. We feel, hear, and receive the sounds as are organically aligned to the same frequency they resonate at. Many tools can help us restore our centered state of balance and access our life force power. When we engage them, the benefits will flow on to others. Healing is a path to true empowerment and energetic sovereignty. And that's why I always stress that with certain things that are going on in the world right now, you know, it's me standing so much in my truth and my sovereignty, although others can be like, you know, it can be a bit, I don't know what the word is, but people can be actually, it can really trigger a lot of people if they're not standing in their sovereignty. But as a whole, the world needs many people to be doing what I'm doing, to be standing in my truth and standing in you standing in your truth and standing in your sovereignty and being like, no, actually, you're not forcing that on me. I'm not putting that into my body because my God says no, or no, I'm not wearing that because it's not to protect you from that. It's really a symbol for that. And if people know that, or when they find out that, they're going to be like, oh shit, why was I going along with that? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'm obviously an indigo, I'm obviously an indigo child turned adult warrior of this stuff. And I feel very strongly about it. And it's why, you know, when I'm sometimes in, doesn't happen a lot, but when I'm in scenarios where conversations are coming up and I basically just try to keep my mouth shut, believe it or not. To keep relationships intact. But most of the people around me that are close in my life, like, you know, sometimes it can get to the point where I'm like, look, you know, to avoid kind of disagreements or even arguments, like, you know, I'm out here. Or like I do it with my family, I do it with my friends where it's needed. But again, it doesn't happen a lot because I tend to not put myself in positions like that. But again, that's how strong I am about my sovereignty and my truth. And I know that that's not easy for everyone to do. So you have to just be where you're at, but someone needs to do it. So, you know, I am very appreciative of other people that are standing in their sovereignty. Those of you that are doing that, you know, people, because it takes major, I was going to say balls, it's lady balls. It takes major guts, you know, it takes courage to really stand in your truth when not everybody is doing it. But when enough people do it, the tide will start turning. And I really do feel and believe that is what's happening with several things that are happening in the world right now. People marching or taking a stand for things that aren't right. And we're going to see a lot of that because expect unexpected. Yes, as we collectively raise our vibrations and wake each other up, which is why I'm on here most nights doing this, if you didn't realize, we will see massive shifts forward and old hierarchical foundations will fall away. And that's where I actually feel that Be Humble card comes in again, the one that I showed earlier, it's in the other pile. It's about when people around you, or this could even happen to some of yourselves, but when people around you or yourselves start to realize, shit, I've been hoodwinked by this or that or all of it. People are going to have a decision to make. Do they keep going along with it? And it's like Stockholm syndrome and it's like mass hypnosis. And it's like, oh, I'm just going to not stick out like a sore thumb. I'm just going to make out like I go along with this, even though I'm like, fuck, there's major holes in the story. Or you've got the people that will do the very brave thing of being like, something's not right here. I'm going to start listening to people that have been saying this isn't right. And I'm going to go my own way. And that's what Aquarius energy is about. It's about freedom and it's about change and it's about awakening. It's about ascension. And my feeling is most of the people that tune into this live, and I don't just mean the people that comment, because not everybody wants to comment and you don't need to. Again, like I said, I'm not a commenter on YouTube, right? So I get it. It's kind of like you'll probably be of not everyone, but a lot of people that do tune into me will be very much of my soul family. It's as strong as me. And again, I'm really speaking to those people because I don't know too many people actually, that I don't know anyone actually. Anyone that I know, like, yeah, that is as strong. And if I do, it would be people that I happen to have come across online that are as strong about, like, nah, I don't like, I actually even said that to people recently in my life, that it's like, I'm not changing who I am and my truth for anyone. And especially, you know, when people are kind of like talking about things like they're doing you a favor because you're not doing what the other people are doing. And, you know, it's kind of like, that's when I'm like, peace out. Like, I shouldn't need to prove my worthiness or my my worthiness of being around people because I haven't done a certain thing. I think we know what I'm talking about here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you stand in your truth? Can you stand in the fire? Or do you give in because everybody else is doing it? That's not me. I don't know if that's you. That's not me. Right, so that was really for the Blu-ray ones like me out there, right? So, right, extend the margins of your awareness, revisit the situation in question from a broader perspective or higher vibration with a focus on healing. This will help you decipher what is real, possible ways forward, and whether an issue is really a problem at all. This card can signify the universal path that inspires you to explore your healing abilities in whatever way that looks to you. And I feel I just want to end that on that. I think it's important for people to understand that I'm saying this from a place of love, because I'm going to be real with you. You know, I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't get it, but there's a lot of people in my life that I love that do not come from the same place at all about some of the stuff that I'm talking about. Some of which have come to realize, oh shit, yeah, I wish I'd listened to Claire and all the other people. And some of which still don't. And, you know, and we just managed to respect each other's decisions and crack on with it. But all I know is I know that there will come a point where many people will need me. Me and all the other people that can heal them of different sorts of issues. So anyway, let's not end on that. No, let's pull another card. Let's pull 3 of these and then we'll wrap it up. Again, that's the Aquarius energy. It obviously needed to be said, so I'm trusting it. It's because we're knee deep in the ascension process here, guys. You know what I mean? Change is upon us. Right, 3 cards. What else do you want me to say? And can I go and watch celebs go dating? That's all a girl wants to do. Right. 1. Wow. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Yes, they are. And if you weren't aware of that, the light codes are always coming through me to shift your DNA, change your DNA. And that's what I've just been talking about, or other things that are doing that in a not so good way. So we'll find out if I'm going up in the world, because this might get not so circulated. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Wow, that's what we're doing. The new earth. I decided before I come down to this planet, I'm going to be a new earth teacher. I'm going to help people. Oh, I'm leaving, Michelle. Hello, fuck balls, I'm late. You are late. The last 3 cards and they're, oh, look, Bridget, it came up. Another moderator handled this. You bet me to it. I love it. Right, what are we going to get? It'd be cool if we get the new earth. Good night, Mama. My mum just said night. See, I'm honest. I didn't need to say, I'm not going to read out all my messages. There's nothing exciting going, and I'm not going to tell you if there is. Right, so transformation, birthing a new age, earth pulsating, and there's that one that I pulled in the thingy. Earth pulsing, pulse of mother, slow down, time and nature. So there's the time and nature again. That came up on the divine masculine side. Slow down, yeah, because we're in the last of Mercury retrograde, so you might really be feeling things speeding up, excitement in the air, change in the air, like huge shifts with people standing up for what isn't right, the rebels of society, because that's Aquarius as well. And if you hadn't already noticed, I'm one of them, in a quiet way, sometimes in a louder way. But you know what I mean? It's like, you don't, because like you say, you know, people in here that don't know me very well might think that like I'm talking all the time and loud and cracking a joke and all of that. But you'd be very wrong, because like you say, when I'm not on here, most of the time I like to be alone, or with people that I'm really close with. But most of the time, like, you know, that'll only be for an hour or so, and then I like to be alone, because I'm the Hermit and the Moon and Tarot, which are both about going inwards and alone and psychic and stuff. And yeah, and then coming back and sharing my findings, you know, like, hey guys, I learned this, Spirit told me this. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is about, you could be feeling things speeding up, and they will soon. When all the planets are going direct, it's go time in many, many ways. It's go time with a lot of things, and a lot of things are going to change in the world, because the releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, because you know, people are being released from karmic situations. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? What is your intuition trying to tell you? Are you listening? The great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. That's why we are gathered here today, because you are the soul family. We are soul family. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Wow. Same cards, just different. Same message, different cards. So, tune into the portal of your heart. And we've said many things here tonight that about that. You've got to tune into the portal of your heart. Like me and Charlotte were saying earlier, it's you know, Charlotte had said what her clients say back to her. Mine say the same back to me. I actually usually say it to mine before we even start. Is that like, look, if you've never had anything like this, I'm probably, well, actually, that's not true. It's not that I don't tell people stuff they don't know, because I do. I mean, I wouldn't be called Crystal Clear Visions if I didn't do that. But a lot of the time it is stuff that I'm picking up on what's already happened or presently happening, for people to have a better understanding of how to handle their situation. And obviously I do get things about the future as well. Aquarius is about the future. But mostly I'm here to do that, to lift the veil for people, to lift the confusion and the cloudy energy that is keeping people from seeing the truth, like the truth of the collective truths, or the truth in their own life. And that's why a lot of the time I do pick up on the you know, the hidden or the dark stuff, or the but yeah, it's because unfortunately there's a lot of dark stuff that goes on in the world, and soon all will find out that, and that's what will blast people's third eyes open. So I'm really, if you think I'm you know, a big ball of energy coming at you, like, whoa, I'm learning all this shit, it's like, you know what I mean? It's I'm easing some people in there gently, although I know lots of people in here are, you know, you're well aware, but some people aren't, you know, some people aren't. And that's what I'm saying, be humble. Because it's like, there's lots of stuff I could go into deeper with this, and that's when I stop, because it's like, I don't know if that's, it's like what was said to me, I think it was last year at some point by a few people, was that I'm just way ahead of my time. Like the stuff I was channeling years ago, like 7 years ago, nobody was ready for. Like literally nobody was ready for. So I'd probably be getting like nobody liking the posts and that. I'm thinking, well, why are you making me say this? But again, when I was going on my I'll go on my Facebook to go on my groups, and I've not even been scrolling or anything. It's kind of like, but when I was seeing the memories from like 6 years ago, it wouldn't be 7 years, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, like the messages I was channeling then, some of them are actually for now. So it's pretty nuts. Yes, red pill indeed. Right, so you got the love. Oh, that came on the telly earlier today. I said, you got the love, but it was the old one. Hadrian energy, codependency, boundaries. Wow. Well, I spoke a lot about that tonight. Where in your life are there unhealthy, codependent relationships or habits. Again, you know, it's not always going to be obvious ones. It can be, that can go on with more closer relationships too. And it's not like, right, see you later, bye, I've just realized what we are. Sometimes you do have to do that if it's really affecting your life, you know, and like you do have to create space. But with other people, it's just about, you know, bringing boundaries. You know, like many people haven't had good examples of what boundaries even are. Like that's why you've got people that are just so nice to everyone all the time. And then people take advantage of that. It's happened to me all throughout my life, and it doesn't happen anymore. And believe me, lots of people in my life don't like it. But you don't care. That's freedom. You know, it's like I'm putting myself first now and loving me. It doesn't mean I don't love other people, but I love myself more. And that's how it should be for all of us. And then you get that fucking hell. I was like, why are they making me do this? Surrender your fear of intimacy. You're ready to let love in. But you see, if you are resonating with this, that's because you've went through what I've just said, or you're willing to now. You're no longer willing to let codependent or energy vampires drain your energy and stop that from coming in, or stop it from continuing. You know, if you're already in this, you'll notice that, oh yeah, like, because I am letting people tug at my energy all the time, it is affecting my relationship with my partner. Or if you've not got a freaking partner, it's like maybe you'll get one now when you're not letting everybody at you all the time. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release. And the fireworks are going off. This is absolutely hilarious. Spirit, speak to us for everything, guys. Like, I mean, surely I don't need to explain that one, right? Fireworks going off for the collective of people that this is for. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And that's a very good place to highlight that I'm currently trying to work out when I'm going to put out my next offer out, which is going to be a course. I don't know whether it's going to be 6 weeks or 8 weeks, but it's going to be something like that. And it's going to be about busting through your subconscious blocks to love, because that is what I've identified that many people have. So, and of course I can help you do that one-to-one, but a few people have expressed to me they'd probably find it quite fun in a group. So anyway, and on that note, I'm really going to love you and leave you now. So what is that all about, by the way? Sending you lots and lots of love. It feels like Sunday. Have a happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm away to go and watch some crappy TV and get to my bed. Hey, I was sun hazing today and saw tigers on the wall with my eyes wide open. Oh, cool. Sorry you joined us a bit late there, Michelle, but enjoy the replay. And I'm sure will I be back? What day's tomorrow? Oh, I might not be. Tuesday's my busiest day, so it's a bit kind of like by the time it well, I don't know actually. It's busy, but I might. Oh no. Yeah, I've got the new. No, I've got my new moon workshop. I think I might come on quickly. That's what I might do. I might come on about 8 before I do that, or 7:30. So yeah, I'll either be here about 8 or 7:30, or you'll see me Wednesday. But either way, Wednesday, Thursday. But either way, lots of love to you all, and sleep well. And yeah, just rest up, because this is a time of rest, the dark moon. See, like, I'm just laughing at my ear. Oh, look at this. Right, see you later.